How's it going, everybody? I'm PatrckStatic, and welcome to a game I'm so excited to tell you guys about. Finally, after like 4 years, and I'll get to that in here in a second, this is a game called New World. Before we get into the game, I do want to say, I hope you guys are all having a fantastic day. How are you doing? Tell me how your day is going. I hope it's going well. Let me know down in the comments. So, I have been under lock and key of not being able to talk about this game for about 4 years. I got invited by Amazon Game Studios to go down to their studios down in LA to test this game about 4 years ago and a couple of years ago. I've gone down multiple times now, and I've gotten to meet a lot of the devs, and I've gotten to test this game over the years. And now you guys can pre-order on Steam. It's $40 by regular price. It's $50 for the deluxe edition, which is skins and stuff like that once you guys get the game. It doesn't release until 2021. I think springtime is when they're planning on it. But right now, this week has been like a preview event. So I, and a bunch of people over on Twitch, we've been streaming it. A lot of the community have joined together, and we have taken a land, and we have forged a clan, if you want. So I'm going to give you guys just a rough rundown of what is New World. Why haven't you been posting, Pat? This game has sucked me in so much. I think I easily have like 100 hours into this in just like the last couple of days. It's currently 2 a.m. as I play this, as I'm recording this, and I just hit level 50 with a bunch of friends here today. So I'm very happy to have hit level 50, which allows me to buy a lot more cooler stuff. So, what is New World? I'm sure that is the main question on your guys' mind. This is an action MMORPG. It's very different than most MMOs. For me, I'm not really attuned to MMOs. The only MMO that I really have a lot of experience in, I've played a little bit of SWTOR with Wade and Gar in the past, and the only one that I really know to a degree, and I'm still very newbie in it, is Final Fantasy XIV. I play a lot with Marie on my off time. But this game doesn't have like a paid monthly sub thing. You pay for it on Steam, and you can choose a server to go in, and you can play with your friends. Now, this game, however, being an action RPG, the attacks and stuff are live action. So when you swing your sword and you shoot your gun, when you cast a magical spell, that happens instantly. It's not like a cast thing, and then you wait for it to hit. I'll show you guys what I mean here. We'll take our handy dandy musket here, and we'll go and shoot. Now there's a hold on. I do not want to be flagged for PvP. So there's a lot of cool stuff about this game that I'm finally happy to talk to you guys about. First, why did we make the tax is so high? I guess that's my fault for making everything so expensive. Whoops. I've been just making things. Today's the last day of the beta, so I decided why not just crank everything up. So let's shoot this guy. Boop. There you go. Instant, right? Now let's use my sword. Just boop. Dead. Amazing. Now, honestly, the hatchets, they're extremely OP. That's all you really need. They might change that later, but that's like the best thing. So, what is New World action MMORPG? Super fun. There's a lot of dodges. There's a lot of smacking stuff. There's a lot of killing stuff. The PvP. Now, I'm not a big PvP guy. For most people, I know PvP in games is a very big fun aspect. For Gar, it was. He wanted to know about it. This game is an opt-in PvP. You can start this game and not touch PvP at all. You don't have to at all. And that's the beautiful thing. When you come to a sanctuary like this, you can opt in by hitting U, and you can enable PvP or you can not enable it. When you're out and about, running around, you'll see somebody with a red name. They're enabled for PvP. If you are as well, fight to the death. Now, how do you know who is who? There's 3 different factions in this game. I'm not going to be going over the lore and stuff like that. I'll probably do that closer to launch because there's a lot of it. But basically, rundown before we get to the factions, we have come to this island, and I'll get to discussing it. Called, I think it's Antirianum. I believe that's the island name. Basically, we came here looking for power. A lot of people come to this island looking for different things: wealth, power, riches, exploration, adventures. That's kind of the fun RP moment of this game. Me, I came here because I've just been excited to talk about it. So here I am as my plague doctor self. Now, the factions. There are 3 different factions in this game. I will walk you through them. Where did I go? The first one, as you can see from the map, is predominantly green. And that is the Marauders. The Marauders are the green tribe, and I believe the main Marauder guy is up here. Now, choosing a faction is important in this game because it allows you to play with your friends. Doesn't matter what faction you're on, you'll be able to get into a chat with just your faction. I chose Syndicate because I like the Syndicate. That's a very nice ring. I chose Syndicate because they're purple, and we'll get to that later. But you can, there's a bunch of different chats where you can see, I normally stay out of global because it's very toxic. But this is Commander Edwin, and there's different, look at his little dance. These guys will be in every town. Well met, I'm the commander of the Marauders for this settlement. We're committed to establishing a free nation where anyone with the strength to do so can prosper and profit. I believe the Marauders are kind of like, I believe, if I remember correctly, and I'm going to get this wrong, if I do get this wrong, I apologize. I believe they're like mercenaries and stuff like that, old mercenaries. So kind of ruffian sort. Now, the second faction is called the Covenant. The Covenant is a yellow team, and as you can see on my server, sadly, they do not own anything. This has been kind of how the map has been since I've started playing, which is about a week and a half. And this is their main dude. I think their names might be different, but Adjudicator Jeffrey. We are the Covenant. We're charged by divine grace, divine decree to protect this place and administer justice. I serve as the adjudicator for the settlement. Okay, Jeffrey. Thank you, my sir. Now, the last guy, and the best guy, in my opinion, excuse me, I'm going to run right over your bar, is the Syndicate. I love the Syndicate. Main reason, they're the purple team. Plus, our faction leader is a plague doctor. Not me. I know you might be like wondering, no. We have Alchemist Long. This is our guy. Now, I can't see exactly what he says because I'm part of this faction. But these are what factions are. They have PvE quests that you can do for reputation and PvP quests, which give you a little bit more influence, as you can see up here. Now, this game is all about, it's kind of like Risk. Whoever holds the most land kind of wins. And Marauders right now are kicking our butts. Sadly, we're beating Covenant, but we actually lost Monarch's Bluff yesterday to Marauders. Now, the Marauders, a lot of the Marauders are like level 60, which is cap, I believe. I just hit 50, and I'm super happy with that, but I've been kind of playing variety stuff. I've been recording and playing other stuff. That's my excuse, at least, why I haven't been playing this. Down here is like the lower levels. As you go higher, it does get tougher. So, like, up here's like scary area. I'll explain that, those red blips here in a bit. There's a lot to this game. But yeah, so basically, you want to own as much land as you can. So we, meaning our community over on Twitch, as well as Wade's community, Gar's community, and a bunch of other friends of ours, came over to this place. Wade and I spawned over here. I think Gar spawned up here somewhere. Gar might have spawned down here, actually. I know Wade and I spawned in Monarch's Bluff. I think Zombie may have spawned down here. Regardless, we all decided to come to First Light. Now, Wade said, I don't want to own this island. That's balls. Don't buy it. The first thing Gar and I did was we bought it. Well, first we made our company. Our company's name is Control Salt Delete. And I am your governor. Sadly, our whole thing is full. Who else is on? Oh, Jamie's on. Okay. But this is our company. It's 50-man companies, 50 men and women. And we are part of the faction of Syndicate. So it's kind of like a sub-clan, if you want to think about that. Now, you can have your own clan, or you can join a clan. Joining the clan gives you decreased taxes and stuff when you own the land that you live in. So I try to do a lot of my building and crafting and stuff here in my town. I'm the... before we found a better way to get weapons and stuff and tools, I was that guy. I was the blacksmith. I was the guy that Mark has been looking for. I didn't make the armor. We had my friend Squirrel make the armor. I made the weapons, though. Sadly, a lot of my weapons are garbage. We found out very quickly we could just buy better weapons from our faction leader. So my job became very null, sadly. Now, the fun bits of this game. There's a lot of PvE stuff to do. There's a bunch of different enemies in the game, including the other two factions. So I'll go over the fun bits first. And if I have any clips, I'll try to put it in right here while I talk, and if I can remember to do it editing-wise. So this game is constantly in a form of conflict. While you own a piece of land, like we own this first light area, we could have Marauders or Covenant come to our land and declare war on us if they get this bar all the way filled. The top one is green for Marauders, the bottom one is yellow for Covenant. So in fact, that the first day that Gar and I owned this, about 6 hours later, Covenant immediately declared war on us. So while Covenant and Syndicate teams were rushing to get everything done level-wise, get better swords, get better shields, deck everyone out, friggin' Marauders were just claim land, claim land, claim land, claim land, claim land, and they just chilled. And so they level grinded because they had no conflict. They didn't need to go into our war. Petty squabbles for them. So they became very powerful and owned everything on the map. Our first war we did, we won. I had a lot of technical issues on my end, but overall, we won our first war. And I was extremely happy about it. Now, the wars in this game are very, very fun. They have to be declared here at the fort. The fort can be reinforced for a bunch of different things. You can have better cannons. In this game, there are main weapons. It's like in the 17th century, so muskets and stuff like that, guns, are slowly becoming kind of like a new weapon type in the world. So you're not going to be having like ray guns and laser guns and stuff like that. But cannons are a thing. There are like ballistas and stuff like that. But basically siege weapons, very medieval, right? So up here is our territory planning board, and I can show you our upkeep. So we do have our upkeep on our keep. We upgraded our gates, and this is now, not then. We have war horns, which give you a buff. We have explosives, so cannons, ballistas, as I mentioned. We have these repeaters, which are basically very big guns. And we have burning oil vats, which are very, very fun to just pour on our enemies. But basically, we won our first war, which I was very happy about. Now, the second thing that can happen in this game... let me explain the first part. So aside from us winning our first war, let me tell you So, as I said, we won our first war. War in this game is decided 50 v 50. 50-man battles. It's so much fun and hectic and chaotic, and it really makes this game really fun. It is one of the many forms of PvP. There is just regular PvP, as I showed you through the missions from our Syndicate leader. But that is the fun PvP. I will say, if you do try this game, try out a war early on. If you try it later in the game, life, like right now, where I'm at, like a lot of people are like level 50. Like a lot of the average player is like level 30 plus. I've seen a lot of people no life this, and they're level 60 already. But having the wars where, you know, you're pretty well evenly matched level-wise, it makes for really, really fun competition. The Covenant team that declared war on us was Roll for Girth. That was their team. We had a lot of fun. I've gotten to talk to a lot of their teammates, or their clans, the people in the clan and the leader. They're all really nice people. And it was really, really fun to fight them. And luckily we won, which I was super happy about. The thing was, Gar and I really didn't mind if we lost this land because Wade really didn't like it. So we were happy we won, but we're like, oh, well, now we got to actually make this better. So that's the war part. It's 50 versus 50. Now, there are other different elements of this game, which is the PvE side. Now, there's a bunch of different enemies in this game. There are the Ancients. There are the Lost. There are I believe they're called the Angry Earth. There are a lot of different enemies in this game. There are even like ghouls and goblins and stuff. I wish I could show you. I might be able to find it in my journal, but I don't think I'd be able to find pictures of them. So what I'll try to do is I'll try to show on screen just some of the different forms of these guys. But basically, you'll find them throughout the world. Aside from wars and dealing with the PvE stuff, there are these sometimes pesky little problems, as I was showing you, these little red markers. These are the corrupted. Corrupted are the most annoying PvE because they infect the land. They're like a disease. Now, when too much of this corrupted gets into your land, something called an invasion can happen. Like right now, Morningdale is having an invasion, which is another, I believe it's 50 versus PvE. Now, unlike the 50 versus 50 wars, the invasions happen 50 versus hundreds of just PvE enemies rushing. And sadly, so sadly, it's a level 50 lockout. So if you're not level 50, you can't get in. I can technically walk all the way over to Monarch's Bluff. I think I could teleport there too, technically. But I can go all the way over there and I could technically sign up, but I don't think they're going to let me in. So that's totally fine. But the invasions are a very fun PvE kind of world event that happens. Now, if you successfully fight off the invasion, nothing gets degraded. If you don't, we had an invasion, I believe, yesterday. We ended up losing our smelter. So as you upgrade, if you own a town, if you can keep it up, if you can keep it owned, you can upgrade your town. I was showing you what we were upgrading on our keep earlier. You can upgrade your village or your town, and there's different tiers. Behind me is like town, city, and then capitals at the very bottom. But this is how you get better weapons, better armor, better kitchen stuff, better food. So this is where you can kind of spec for jobs. We had our smelter at tier 3, but because we failed the invasion, because literally no one on our team, no one in our faction, a lot of people in our faction weren't level 50. I think we had 2 people sign up. You can't have 2 versus hundreds. It would just be a slaughter. So we automatically forfeit, which means we lost some stuff in town. And it was kind of a sad day. But at the end of the day, we still own the town, and we've owned this village since the beginning of the servers, since the server started. Now, this is the cool part, is the trading post. You can come here and sell stuff. You can sell a bunch of stuff. You can sell foods. You can sell whatever you like here, and you could sell it here, or you could sell it in different cities. Now, this is where the game gets really fun, is statting in what you want to do. Me, as I mentioned earlier, I was a weaponsmith, and I went out and I gathered a lot of, you could see he's part of Syndicate because he's got a purple icon above his head. I would gather and mine. That's what I did. I'd gather wood and stuff like that, or I'd go out and mine rocks and stuff like that. There's different kinds of like stone and stuff when you're out and about that you can get, but sometimes you need to be a specific level. And right now my level is 156. Not horrible, but it is going to be bittersweet when the servers reset and I have to start from 1 again. But what we did in my clan, or in my company, is we try to divvy up what people would do. So a couple of friends would go gather, harvest stuff. So these are the harvesting bits. These are like herbs. So your harvesting will go up the more you harvest herbs. Herbs are used in alchemy. They're used in cooking. They're used in a bunch of stuff. Wade wanted to cook a lot. Gar ended up being our hunter. So he would go out and hunt just like boars and bears and stuff like that, and wolves. He would go hunt that stuff. He would skin them and bring back the hide, and he would use the hide and he would give it to me or our armor guy, Squirrel, and we would then turn it around to make weapons for him. So I made weapons and I made tools. There's different rarities in all this. There's regular commons, there's uncommons, there's rares and epics. And then I believe once you hit level 60, there's going to be legendaries. I could be mistaken. I haven't made it to that point yet, and I don't think I'm going to be able to during this preview event. But that's pretty much the stat of that. Now, there's tons of different weapons you can do that you can use. I use probably the most OP, and this is going to get a lot of people that play New World just testy about it, is the hatchets. The hatchets are kind of broken right now. Each weapon you use has a different skill tree, and I've been respecking a lot of that, as well as my attributes. We'll talk about that here in a minute. But this is the cool thing, is most of the time when you get into an MMO, you have to pick a class. In Final Fantasy, it's totally dependent on the weapon you're using. Same goes for here. If there's no like tank class, but if you had to be a tank, it would probably be with the Warhammer. The Warhammer is a very, very hefty weapon. And with the hammer, you can do a bunch of different things. This is kind of like the tree you get. So every time you start using it, you get experience for using it. And with that, you can kind of stat up and use a tree or a different ability that you want to use. So for me, I do have a hammer to show you guys. Sometimes when you want to walk around, you can just use the R ability. Boom! just cause massive earthquakes. Or you could use a Q and just totally smack something up the head. Now, there's, again, like I said, everything's a little bit different. I don't like using the warhammer personally. I like using the hatchet and the sword. Now, this game also starts with a lot of magic. If you're like, I like being the healer, or I like being the mage, there are those roles. Everybody in this land knows how to use magic, but it depends on how much you're willing to put into attributes for it. So putting more into your intelligence will boost how much. I actually just respect before I did this, and I totally scuffed everything. But the more intelligence you use, the more damage you'll do with your magic attacks. The more focus you'll do, gives you more mana regeneration, and reduces your ability cooldowns. For me, I like being a bit tanky, so I put all of my constitution into my health, which is a lot, which is 59 from equipment too. And I have about 1,200, well, 11, 11 point. I got it up to 13 earlier, but I changed my armor, and I totally kerfuckled it. So you can get crazy amounts of health and do decent amounts of damage with things. Decent amount of damage with melee types is what I mean to do. So I'm not going to showcase everything, but I'm just going to run around and just show you guys my favorite builds. Now, my favorite thing to use, and probably the most broken thing, is called a light staff. And I don't think I can get one because I kind of dismantled it because I am a suck. These are level 6 things. I'm level 50. I'm probably going to just destroy these things with the swing of my hatchets. Now, the hatchets are really broken. And I'll show you why. This is the thing that I said everybody was going to be whining about. So, you can not only throw your axes, not throw 1 axe, but 2 axe or 3 axe, but you can do this thing called Berserk mode and Purge mode. So, this Berserk mode allows you to go into a frenzy, which basically you get more attacks damage by 10% for every hit received, and it lasts for 15 seconds. But if you go to the very bottom, player cannot die while in Berserk mode. This gets used and abused in PvP all the time because it lasts for 15 seconds. Typically, I could just do this, boom, and this dude can sit here wailing on me, and as long as I'm glowing blue, I can't die. Now, say one of these dudes poisoned me or something, I hit F, boom, I'm not poisoned anymore, or I don't have any more debuffs. It's that crazy and dumb. And that's why I think hatchets are a little deserve a nerf. But they're still really, really fun to use. So almost all of the world that you can go and explore is going to be a little bit different. And you can, oh, I found a hatchet. Now I'm wearing a lot of stuff that gives me luck drops. I have a higher chance to find stuff. So I scrap a lot of this stuff. I'm like, no, garbage. Now, the most meta thing in the game, at least right now in the previews, use hatchets, use hammer. For me, at least, this is what I've seen a lot of, is people using hammer or swords, kind of 50-50. And the one thing almost all players have right now is called a life staff. I'm going to run around and try to loot a couple of things to see if I can find one. They're not too rare. But what a life staff does is it's basically the healer weapon. It's a healer item, the healer tool, right? These things are level 12 already, Jesus. With the life staff, you can heal other friendly units or anybody in your group. Now, sad thing is I don't think you can invite other faction members to your group if you're in a different faction. I think it's because it thinks that you're, not friendly people. Hello. Excuse me, sir. But what the benefit of having the life staff is I could probably just show you guys and not worry about this guy, is this thing right here, this path, which is called Speed of Light. And you can dash up to 40 meters. Basically, it's a dash. See, I'm poisoned. Boop, it's gone. Hatch is OP. So what the life staff allows you to efficiently do is get around very quickly. What you can do is say this is a regular PvP match. I can slap that guy once. Boop, blink this way 40 meters and be gone from the fight. Problem is everybody has this staff. So a lot of people will just start chasing you. So I've told you guys a lot about the game siege-wise. Hello! I've told you guys a lot about the wars. I've gotten to tell you guys... Oh, hello. Thank you for the potion. I've gotten to tell you guys about the wars, about the invasions, about the jobs, and different things that you could do. Now I want to show you a bit of the combat. Now, I actually did run back to town, and I did find I had a life staff. So this is my life staff. I will show you the fun bits of it and why it's very, very meta here in a moment. Now, these are the pirates. The little kind of zombie pirates. Oh, a drop of ectoplasm. Thank you. I don't know what I'm going to do with that. So, say like this guy right here. I shoot him like, oh, I miss. Boop. And I'm like, oh, crap. I don't want to fight you anymore. You're too powerful. Zip. Oh, God dang it. Of course, I freaking just blink right into a wall. This allows me to get away very, very quickly. Basically, 40 meters per 20 seconds or so. It makes traversing the land very, very nice. Now, where I was way down here when I was showing you. Now I'm way up here. It does take a while to get around. Now, there's different stuff, as you can see. Now we're like level 20 stuff, right? Now, this is the other PvE stuff. You might be asking, Pat, what else is there to do in this game besides the PvP? I'm not very big into PvP. I want to do more PvE things. You don't even need to do PvE thing. Oh, man, to a degree, you might need to, depending on the job you want to do. But if you're just like, I just want to cut wood. We've had people in our company that's like, I want to cut wood. They're like level 200 and something now, wood cutting. So I'm not going to be doing this one. This is a big portal and probably will require a lot of people for me to do. Probably, I could probably do it. I could probably do it. Let me eat some food here. Yum, yum, yum. Now, there's a thing called corruption, as you can see in the middle of my screen. Corruption resistance. That is very important. Because as I'm doing these PvE events right here, called the corrupted events. This is a corrupted, I call it the doors. This is Festering Hive. Basically, there is an objective, and I need to cleanse this area. So, I use the axe, the hatchets. Every time, I forgot to mention the fun bit of this. This little perk right here, is it? No, I forget what one it is. Hold on, I can let them I can let them hurt me a little bit here. There's this one. Hatchet kills restore 20% of my health. So I can just come over to this corruption impaler that's been annoyingly hurting me. Hey. And every time I kill... Whoop. Come on. Yep. Every time I kill him, I get 20% of my health back. It's really, really nutty. So this one I call doors because you have to shoot the doors. You have to shoot these doors to take down the... Basically, in the middle, there's an area I have to cleanse. Now, typically with most of these things, there's a boss inside. This is the heavy. He's kind of a big dude. He's kind of scary. But not for me. This bulb up there, that eyeball-looking thing, that's what I'm here to cleanse. Whoop. Let me stab you in the butt. Oop. I use the axe because it is very nice. Now, this little staff I'm holding, we'll get about that later, but I am cleansing the hive. I'm trying to get rid of this corrupted hive. I'm trying to return this land to what it's supposed to be. Goodbye, corruption. Now, for doing this, I get a minor breach cache, which I think needs to be removed because it totally removes my job. I get some faction tokens as well as some gear from this. I got some armor out of that, actually. And from that, I also get some resources. That is good resources. And I get some experience. And a little bit of money, which is very, very nice. I almost have 10 grand. Look at that. So for me to get to the one area, whoop, you just go like that. Now, that was a minor one. That one I can do because I'm way over leveled for it. This is a major one that I'm going to show you guys. And this requires, and there's different versions of them. As you can see from the map, up in the north, there's a bunch. But here's a corrupted portal, which I'm about to do. There's the monolith, which just needs a cleansing. And I believe there's one more. There's the monolith, there's the portal, and the infested grove, which is like a weird tentacle thing. But the mega ones, I call them, I think they're megas, right? There's minor and megas, major. These ones are a bit tougher. Now, the portal ones are kind of wave sensitive, meaning that I have to defeat waves of... The stun in this game is insane. I need to defeat waves of enemies. I hit you. Okay. We have started it. Now, the portal is active. Now I have to defeat everything. Now, again, oh gosh, I am a little overwhelmed here. Okay, so I'm gonna go into berserk mode, get rid of the plague that I've just been given. And now, if I were to die in these 15 seconds, I wouldn't technically. If my health can get all the way down, I might actually fail this. We'll see. I'm gonna cleanse myself again. You are annoying. How are you alive? Oh, fudge. Gotcha. Where are you running to? Okay. These impalers are so annoying. So these will have like a big boss that spawns. Typically, again, these are meant to be done with multiple people, not just one person. I have done level 25s by myself because I am a silly tryhard. Now, as you can see, this corruption, every so often, it's damaging me. Dude, I hit you. Why are you running? Oh my god, I've got more of these dudes. I've got 2 of them. Not today, nerd. Not today. Okay, so we've taken care of the acolytes, and we're about to get our big bossy boy. I think we might have one more round, actually. Is it our bossy boy? It's our bossy boy! So this is a corrupted ogre. This is kind of a normal spawn when you go to the north. Kind of scary. Ow. This guy hurts a lot, as you can see. It really sucks being by yourself fighting this guy. Because I can't see his health. I guess I could scroll out and see a little bit better. Being able to dodge, really nice. The block is nice. However, when you block, it takes up your stamina. So when your stamina breaks... Uh-oh. There you go. You kind of get stunned for a second. Uh-oh. I'm stunned now. As I say that. Uh-oh. I'm probably gonna die. Unless I can get some help. Uh-oh. Must run away. Must heal. Oh, please. I'm just young. I am a young child. You don't want to do this. Heal, Patrick. Heal, Patrick. Whoop, 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 whoop. Okay. We can talk now. I have almost my berserk mode up. Uh-oh, I'm dazed. Dazed and confused. Come on. Oh, come on. I got 7 seconds. Oh my god! Hit up, Patrick! Oh my god! Alright. That was the butt clench, dude. Butt clenched for sure. Now all I need to do is decorrupt this portal and it goes away. Holy crap. So what I did was threw a hatchet at the last second. And babushka! Woo! Let's go ahead and flex our win. Beautiful. Well, and what did we get? We got a major cache, which is a 2-star. And we got a trapper's hat. Shall we see what that looks like? I'm a straight up Daniel Boone. Look at me, dude. And we got some bonus lumberjack boots. Very nice. So sometimes you can get stuff that helps you with logging, or my armor that I have right now gives me better chance of getting items when I mine. So in a very tight nutshell, that's what New World is. There's a lot of stuff that I didn't really talk about, like housing and taxes and what you can do for your faction, meaning, you know, giving towards the town by doing bounties and stuff like that. There's a lot to the game I haven't talked about. Best places to XP or where to find things like oil. I know oil is a big thing a lot of people have questions about. If you are playing Light's Crown, literally like right in here is a great spot. Or Weaver's Fen. Weaver's Fen is a fantastic spot to go. That's where my clan went. However, it's kind of like level 30 stuff. There's a lot of stuff that I want to talk about. I'll probably make guides close to the game's release on things here and there and everywhere. I'm not, obviously, not a pro, but just my 100 hours or so. Probably more than that because I've played it a lot. I probably have like 300 hours or so into this game, 300-400 hours. Just from playing and stuff I can't talk about. But I hope you guys enjoyed this little tidbit on information on New World. I hope you guys check out the game. Again, right now is a preview and it does end on the 4th. So at 11:59 p.m. on the 4th. So if you guys pre-order today, you can jump in and have a little bit of fun. And I will let you guys know through videos or, you know, tweets and stuff like that if they do have more more previews like this. I hope that they do, because I would love to keep playing. But I hope you guys enjoyed. I didn't know exactly what to talk about or what to do, so I decided to show you a little bit of everything except PvP, because that is the key to rage in my heart. Anyway, I hope you guys enjoyed. Let me know if you guys did. If you guys did, smash the like button. Subscribe today if you already haven't and would like to see more stuff like this. Maybe MMO stuff. I could show you my MMO, my Final Fantasy character. He's a little Lalafell. His name is Bato. He's cute. He's not a potato. Anyway, I hope you guys have a great rest of your day, and I will see you guys all next time. Hopefully, there's some more New World. See you guys then.